Hey guys, what's up? How are you doing? Happy 2023. Thank you so much for joining me on today's video. We're going to be doing a Q&A. I did a poll on my Instagram, so we're going to be answering all those questions, and I'm going to be trying and I'm going to be showing you products that I've been loving this past December. So this is going to be a Q&A slash favorites of the month for December, and I'm gonna be updating you on some products that I've been using, loving, and all that good stuff. So if this is your first time passing by, I am Gigi. I love to review luxury makeup. If you love that kind of content, do go ahead and click on the red button down there that says subscribe, and also come to my Instagram because over there I do keep you posted on the newest makeup news. And without further ado, let's start. Hello friends, welcome back. Today we're going to be doing a Q&A video using current products that I am loving and updating on a few things. I want to talk about the Makeup by Miriam foundation after I tried it for a couple of days. I had a poll on my Instagram and I asked, if you wanted to know some things about me, just, random things. I've been loving these Beauty. I think this is a Canadian brand, but it's totally like a dupe for the Dior's Bomb. Love it. I'll link it below. A lot of the questions were very similar to each other. I did take some screenshots on my Instagram, so I'm just gonna, talk generally about them. I am going to link everything below, but these products that I'm using today, I really enjoy. So I'm not gonna touch on all of them. Maybe only the Makeup by Miriam foundations because I do want to update you on that. So one of the questions is, how old are you? What do you do, for a living? And so I am 33 years old. I was born and raised in Colombia. I came here when I was 17 years old. I came with my older brother to study maybe English and just to see if we liked it here and then just try out things, right? So after we got here, we actually really enjoyed living here. We studied, say, a year here, and then we decided that we wanted to stay. So my mom said, okay, so I wanted to be a doctor at that point. Makeup by Miriam foundation. I did want to be a doctor, but I could not do that here because it was very expensive. At the time I was an international student, so I didn't, have that kind of money. It was like triple or like 4 times the amount of money I had to pay if I had, papers from here, but I didn't. So my mom said, okay, so let's do the best next thing, which is nursing. At that time, we knew that nursing was a really great career here in Canada, especially, it was like good paid career, and like she knew that I could, have good means if I went that route. So I said, okay, mom, that's fine. I think I'll do that. So I went ahead and did that. I did 1 year of, it's called pre-health science in Seneca College here in Toronto, and then that let me go directly into nursing school. I took 2 years at Seneca and 2 years at York University. So I graduated with a Bachelor's of Science in Nursing. That Bachelor's of Science will let me do a few things. Like if I ever wanted to go to med school, I could. If I ever wanted to, do something else health related, I'm able to do. So that was the idea, and I just stuck to nursing. I really liked it. At that time, your last semester is gonna help you get in through what you really like. I chose labor and delivery at that time, and I was lucky enough to join Mount Sinai Hospital here in Toronto, which is very, very difficult to do. It is such a huge department. It is very popular. It is very good. They just have amazing doctors and nurses. I was so lucky to just at one go join Sinai. So I did that. I did my last semester, like the the practice portion of my nursing. I did it as a labor and delivery nurse. Let's do a break and let's talk about the Makeup by Miriam foundation. So this is it. I have the shade 12. Olive. I've been wearing these the past a few days and I really like it. I have to say that I thought it was going to be more glowy than it is, but no, it is not extremely glowy. It's actually very nice. If you set it, you're not going to get into trouble of the foundation like spreading everywhere. Sorry, I'm making a mess. It's actually very long wearing. I don't find it to be like too glowy, as I said, and it's not really like overemphasizing my breakouts, which I'm dealing with at the moment. So I'm like, I've been enjoying this foundation quite a bit. So I wanted to make sure that I give you, an update on that. If you want to take a look at 11 hours of wear, I did that on my TikTok. I'll leave that little clip right there, but I also uploaded it to my shorts here on YouTube. If you go to the shorts portion of my channel, you're able to see that. So yeah, let's go back to my nursing experience. So as soon as I finished my last semester of school, they actually hired me right away. I was very good at what I did. I really loved it. So they decided to stay with me. At that point, some students were lucky enough to get the job or not, you know what I mean? So yeah, I was lucky enough to stay with the hospital, and I worked with them for 5 years. In those 5 years, I've had 2 of my children. So after I had my first baby, 1 year after, I went back to work. And then I got pregnant with my second baby. So in 2019, just before my mat leave ended with my second child, my husband and I decided that I wasn't going back to Sinai. So first off, the hours were extreme. Like I had to do 12-hour shift from 7:30 to 7:30 morning and night. I was on a 4-day schedule, which is called the military schedule. So I did 2 days, or like 2 days, 2 nights in a row. And sometimes I didn't see my first child for the 2 nights that I was working. I would see him sleeping. It was very rough. And then also my husband, he runs an electrical company, but he does emergency kind of work, and he services many buildings here in Toronto, and it's like 24 hours. So his job is extremely time consuming, and I knew in my heart, and he knew too, that at that point with 2 children, like a parent needed to be home. So we both agreed that I wasn't going back to Mount Sinai. So I quit right before 2019, right before the pandemic, which is crazy. Like I resigned in January and the pandemic hit that March, which was like wild. Right in September of 2019, when I already kind of knew that I wasn't going back to Sinai, but I wasn't ready to resign. At that point, I decided to take a certification. So I went back to school and I took injectables. So I am an aesthetics nurse. I do injectables. I do Botox, fillers, plasma. I do threads. I do a whole lot of like facial rejuvenation things, and that's my part-time at the moment. Look at these, it's so pretty. I've been loving this palette, by the way, from Hourglass. I'm feeling a little dry. Let me just put some spray. Hold on. So in the midst of the pandemic, my husband's business expanded. He opened up a second shop, and at the front of the shop, he opened up offices for him and like other people there, and he built up a medical office for myself, which I was very excited about. So now I have my sort of like clinic where I inject and I see my clients. I do that part-time whenever I'm able to get my mother-in-law to babysit the kids when they're at school. I pretty much do it in the mornings when I only have AJ, which is the baby, and I can get my mother-in-law to babysit. So that's what I do pretty much. I do part-time my injectables, I do part-time YouTube, and I am a full-time mom. So I am very busy with 3 boys. I am so blessed to have them. My first boy's name is Elias, the second is Jacob, and then my third baby is AJ. And I think we're done having kids at this point, so we can do other things, I must say. But yeah, that's pretty much what I do. That's what I'm all about. Some people also ask, yeah, if you want more kids. I think we're done having babies at this point. You never know, right? But I think that we are. What else? A lot of people also ask about makeup organization. I think that's a whole other video that I should do. Another question was, how did I start YouTube, right? I'm gonna use Natasha's palette, and I think I want to do something. Yeah, I want to use Invention. So I'm gonna take this brown here and I put it in my outer V, and then I put this all over my lid. We'll see. How did I start YouTube? So in the midst of all these things that I'm telling you about, when I had my second baby, Jacob, this was in 2018. He was born in June. So he was about a few months old, even a year old, I'm not sure. And I don't know, I was obsessed with YouTube. I would look at videos of, you know, like influencers, and I was just mesmerized. I love luxury beauty, and I didn't find a lot of creators with my skin complexion and my skin color. Like all of them were like very light, or just like, you know, like deeper in tone, but like my mid olive, I didn't find many creators. So it was very frustrating whenever I wanted to color match with somebody a foundation. I would find nothing. And so one day I was talking to my husband, you know, like about like the products that I bought all the time and whatever, because I was always obsessed with beauty, like since 2006 that I started watching YouTube. And this is like 10 years of watching YouTube nonstop, right? And my husband is like, you know what, I think you should do YouTube. I think you should do good. Like, you're home with the baby and you're someone that really likes to do things. You know, I cannot like just stay still. I'm very like active. So he's like, I think that you'll be good at it. Like, why don't you give it a shot? And I remember like it was yesterday, this collection that just released from MAC Cosmetics. They released a bronzer from Aladdin. They released a bronzer and a few lipsticks, and I bought them, right? I got them on time and everything. And my husband is like, you just got this, like, why don't you just like make a video about it, right? Like, you're so obsessed with beauty, you just should do it, right? And I'm like, oh man, you think I would do good? He's like, yeah, just try. That day, I remember it was a Sunday. Like, he took the kids, the baby and the older one, and he took them downstairs, and I just closed the door on Jacob's nursery, and I turned on my iPhone, and then I share my thoughts on, you know, those packs. I applied the bronzer, I applied the lipstick, and then I went to iMovies on my phone and I edited that video. And it was wild because as I was doing it, I was loving it. Like, it was something in me that I knew I could do. Even though if you meet me in person, I am very reserved. Like, if we're friends, like, you know, I'm like this. But if I am just meeting you for the first time, I'm not going to like come up to you and like talk to you. I'm very reserved. I'm very like much shy. But if we're friends, I'm like cool. Like I am very entertaining, I think. I like to think. But yeah, I loved it. And then I edited that video and I showed it to my husband and I said, what do you think? And he said, just upload it. Like, just do it. And I did. and I haven't looked back ever since. It's so crazy. Ever since I posted that video, I haven't stopped doing YouTube, and I've been doing it on and off, and that's the thing. And I'm also in Canada, so our Canadians, like content creators, could give faith of this. Like, we don't really grow as fast as US content creators, because I don't know why. Like, US is bigger, right? There's so much more people over there than here. And I guess YouTube will just, you know, like put out those videos from US, you know, like Canadians, like, it's been such a slow growth for me, but I'm still thankful for everything, you know, because I've been doing it with love and a lot of passion, which I love. So that's something that, you know, I really I've come to love and I appreciate so much. So let me actually put on, you know, some liner, lashes. I want to concentrate on those few questions, and then we'll wrap up this Q&A. Alright, friends, I'm back, and so let's wrap up this Q&A with another few questions. I was asked about my hobby, and I forgot to touch upon one of the key pieces of this puzzle. And so I've been with my husband for 15 years. I met him right like the same year I came to Canada. So I met him very fresh to Canada, and ever since we've been together, yes, I said 15 years. We got married 5 years after. So I got married at 22, very, very young, and I don't regret a thing. We actually just, it was our 10th year anniversary this 21st of December, which, fun fact, it was the same day our baby AJ was born, our last baby, and we were so blessed that AJ was born on that day. Like, it's just so unforgettable. We love it. He's such a good baby. He's beautiful. He's like the best of the both of us, but this is the only one that people say looks like me. So I am very excited about that, because our first kid, he's just my husband to be. The second is a mix, and AJ, people say looks like me. So I am very happy about that. So that's that about my husband. Yeah, we've been together a long time, and yeah, we had lots of fun having lots of babies early. We actually waited. So we got married at 22, and then we waited 4 years to have our first baby. So I waited to finish nursing school. I waited to get my first job. And then we are like, okay, we're ready. Let's have our baby. Our babies have been very planned. We've been very good at that. When we had our first one, it was like, okay, we're ready. Let's have our first baby. It was precious, the best thing. Couple of years, like 2 years after, we're like, yeah, we have baby fever. We need a second baby to join our crew. So we did that. And then the third one was the same thing. We waited 4 years because it was a lot. With 2 kids, it was a lot. And then having the third girl, like, you get a very busy so quick. And so we waited for AJ. We of course, we were looking for a girl, you know, like I was wanting a girl, but it's fine. As I said, we're extremely blessed to have AJ, our special baby that was almost born on Christmas, and he was born on our anniversary. So what else? And some people also ask why I opted to do English content and not Spanish, and it's because of those reasons. Like, if I'm in Canada, YouTube will push, you know, my English videos. My Spanish videos, nobody watches. So it's very hard to grow. It's very hard. So I have to, you know, like, this is a lot of work, you guys. It is a lot. So I have to make sure that the content that I put out is good and it's gonna get views, right? So that's why I keep apologizing to my Spanish subscribers. I really wish I could. I wanted to come back to Spanish for so long, and I tried, but I just don't get any views, and I'm so sorry about that. Maybe one day if my channel ever blows up, then I can share a little more Spanish here, but you know, for now that's what we have. Also, why I decided to do luxury instead of drugstore makeup, and it was like it's similar to the reasons that I just mentioned. I just felt like luxury was very limited. You know, when I was going to find luxury makeup, like there was just few creators, and drugstore was just so much, right? So I needed to find my niche, something that people will look and find me, and I thought that luxury would do that for me. I felt like drugstore was so oversaturated that I couldn't stand out. You know, I started actually with luxury and drugstore. I did a mix of them, and then I just quit doing the drugstore because I never got any views, whereas with the luxury I always got better views, right? So again, in order for me to grow, I just have to do and, you know, just shoot videos that people are looking and that you're able to find me. So in this 2023, to be honest, I want to start doing drugstore. I really do. Let me know what you think about that, because I feel like there's so many great drugstore products out there that I want to get to try, like for myself even. I actually bought the new NYX blur tint, and I want to do a review on it. Let me know if you're interested, because I have it. I haven't tried it though, but I want to do a video on that. I am sharing a little bit more of drugstore over on TikTok, so if you're interested in that kind of thing, go ahead and watch my TikTok. And I've also shared some shorts, you know, with the new NYX lip tint and things like that, lip oil, sorry. So I think I want to start incorporating a little bit of drugstore here in my channel, so we can do a mix, right? Because luxury gets so expensive, and even for myself, like this channel pays for not even a quarter, you guys, of the money that I spend. I am such a small creator that, you know, like is really nothing. Like you'll be like, girl, why are you doing this? But I love it so much. I really do. I really enjoy it. So that's why I keep pushing and pushing and pushing, so that I can get the growth that I envision and that I really want. So yeah, another question was like, how do you afford to buy so much luxury makeup? And of course, my job and my husband's job is what is really, you know, keeping me afloat, to be honest. And I am buying all this luxury makeup to put it into the channel and just getting littles back. And every time you use my affiliate links, if you ever remember, you know, you want to buy something and you remember me, please do use my links, because it makes a little, you know, little by little, it makes a difference and it helps me. It is very expensive to keep up with the channel, and sometimes I get very discouraged because I don't see the growth that I would like. And that's why sometimes I want to do drugstore too, so that I can broaden, you know, those search from YouTube. So I think I want to start doing that. Let me know if you're interested. Again, any video ideas are always welcome. If you want to follow me on Instagram, we can chat over there for more. But I think that's gonna be it. That's gonna do for today's Q&A. I think I was able to answer everything. Pretty much all the questions were very similar to each other, but if I left anything unanswered, please do let me know. I love you all so much, and I will catch you in my next one. Bye, you guys.